Hi, my name is Gabriel Alejandro Aguilar Cruz, and today I'm going to talk about the topic of global culture and dichotomies. During this topic, we're going to talk about what a dichotomy means, about the mindsets of me and we, and also a little study that we've made in basing in the me and the we mindsets. So let's begin. Introduction. In the actual world, people are connected thanks to the globalization process which we experienced since the early 90s. Nowadays, many perspectives can be seen and experimented thanks to this interconnection and the spread of information. It is important to mention that not because we are all connected, it will be the same in every part of the world. Many different changes and perspectives are lived in different places. One example can be the mindset that a country has. In many countries, a me mindset has been acquired, like the United States. Meanwhile, a we mindset has been adopted by Japan. These are mindsets that determine how we act during different activities or situations. This can be this can be described as a dichotomy. But first, what is a dichotomy? A dichotomy can be defined as a division in two parts or classifications, especially when these are sharply distinguished or opposed. Some clear examples can be the day and the night, the good and the evil, the sky and the hell. All these dichotomies are different perspectives that are contrary in themselves, meaning like the exact opposite of it. But it's not only the exact opposite, but just two opinions that doesn't have a common ground or share something in common. Now we have the mindsets of the me and the we mindset. Let's explore some of its characteristics. The me mindset can be characterized by that a person thinks as an individual, just like a person, as uh, it just focus on itself. For example, if I was a me person, I will only be thinking as a me of me, what I'm going to do, and only going to focus on what I'm doing. Also, its trust circle is reduced. It doesn't have many, uh, let's not say friends, but many connections in which he can trust. That's another characteristic. Elaborate solutions that please its necessities. That meaning that it will be solutions that he cannot, that it will cover the necessities and the problems that he is experimenting. Lastly, another characteristic is that do not really trust in anybody but itself. This means that it doesn't matter if the people is very reliable. A me person won't really trust that. At least it's very close to him or to her, and he really have a trust in that person. But this is not that common. Now let's go with a we person. A we person thinks as a part of a group. It focuses in health in himself and how it contributes to others. That's very important, not only as himself as an individual, but also as a group. Its trust circle it is wide because it is in a group, so it needs to really trust in many persons to rely. Elaborates a solution to please the necessities of everybody. And lastly, trust in its group and relies on them because if you are going to be a part of group, it's necessary to trust them and rely on them to be able to um, act as a group or to take care of each other. Next, the study. In the short study, we presented some activities to some people and classmates, and they would choose if they had uh, the we mindset or a me mindset. This is an example of what we did. Here, where they put their name, and this is the explanation of the activity. For example, in education, in immigration, food, and work. Here, they will going to explain if they are me or we if they have a me or a we mindset, and it will explain it. So thanks to the results, we got to this. The first aspect or activity, that is education, we could see that of the the five people that we interview or that have this let's call it test, it wrote us that 100% that all the person that did it, they have a me personality in when it talks about education, because when you're studying, you are doing something in the school or to the college or university, they focus a lot of what they're doing and what they're doing to progress or um, uh, to grow and to be better than they were the day before. So that's why that in the activity of the education, we can see that 100% have a me mindset, or yes, as the persons have a me mindset, at least the person that we interview. Next, we have the food. Also, another example is that in this is the exact opposite of the education, because in food they have 100% of a we mindset, because everybody was thinking about sharing and thinking about other persons when it comes to food. To the explanations that they give, very everybody explains that they take the other opinions that they were that they like it before, they like it more when it has more food and more options to share and more things to share with another person, and that's why they choose the we mindset. Next to immigration, we can see a little difference that 20% have a me mindset, meanwhile the 80% have a we mindset. This is because the 80% were thinking about that people that immigrate to another country, for example, let's go to from Mexico to the United States. They are mostly immigrating because they want to have a better life, have better opportunities to be able to contribute to their families, to their families, to their friends sometimes, and to make easier the life that they had before. Meanwhile, the other 20% they were talking more about how they wanted to change their life for themselves. And something that I want to say is that having a me or a way mindset doesn't mean that you're wrong or you're a bad person. It's just you focus on different perspectives. So next we have the work, and also it have a little differences that 60% were a we mindset and the 40% were a me mindset. This is because the person that selected the we mindset, they said that because if they were going to work, they were going to be working as a group, as a team, so they need some trust and to rely on those people to be able to get the job done or to get the goal that they were set in their work. Also, the 40% that said they have a me mindset said that they were a me mindset because they like it to focus like the education to be able to grow for themselves, to develop themselves, and being more reliable to themselves, and be skydiving or climbing for a better success by themselves. Conclusion. Okay. In the study method, it can be observed that most of people have a win mindset. A person that can have both of it to a certain level, but one will always be more present. Something that is important to mention is that these two mindsets are perfectly fine to have them, as long as they are used to have a good benefit for a personal growth. Like I said before in the previous slide, it doesn't matter if you have a me mindset or a we mindset. It is important that you are focusing in growing, just that in you're focusing in different aspects. In the me mindset, you're focusing more in yourself. Meanwhile, in the we mindset, you're focusing more as a group, as a team. So it doesn't necessarily it's wrong to have a me mindset or a we mindset, but it is special or unique for everybody. Continue. The difference in mindset is it is determinable for a person because will define most of their attitudes, actions, and thoughts. It depends in the environment that a person develops and the education that is given to it. It is given the type of mindset that someone will have. Depending on the context that you are living and in which you are developing, you will be acquiring or adding some habits or some certain actions that will determine your mindset. For example, if you like to be alone and doing more stuff by yourself, it is more probably that you will have a main mindset because you will be focusing more on yourself. On the other hand, if you're more as a part of a group, you like to do activities in group like a teams or playing with friends more constantly than being alone. So that will derive that you will going to have a more a win mindset. It all depends about the context in which you develop and the activities that you make. In Mexico, can be seen that it is more present that the we mindset when it comes to enjoy, share, and coexist. Meanwhile, when it comes to have a personal development or growth for better opportunities, it is tend to have a me mindset. For example, many person will be always being selfish just in when it comes to work or school or something like that because they want to grow by themselves and want a better opportunities for themselves. So most of people in here in Mexico that it can be seen in the study and also in our daily life that many people like to be alone or focusing themselves to grow and have a better opportunities. Meanwhile, when you're going to share, enjoy, to be with friends, it's more like a win mindset. So that's what it can be seen in the study and also in our daily life because in many uh, in many occasions we can be seeing this in parties and the school where um, friends can be two different persons depending on what they're doing. If they're in the school, they can be mm, more silent, more focused on the school. Meanwhile, in a party, they're going to be more enjoyable and more friendly. So that depends. That is depending their mindset. So now, with this said, I like to finish the presentation. Thank everybody that were listening to me, and I hope that you enjoyed the video and the presentation. I really hope so. Thank you.